Hi guys, welcome back. Have you ever been in a position whereby you were disappointed or you feel dumb by someone you love most? Story time. But before then, I have a messy house. Let me show you guys around. All my plates are messy, so we need to clean all of that up. And my bed is also messy. Let's get straight into this video. So a friend messaged me and told me how our marriage, a 3 to 4 years marriage, ended just like that. So this particular person in question got married in 2018. It has been rosy and smooth for them both right from the beginning, not until the families stepped in. The groom's family stepped in actually. So along the line, the lady started understanding or started having some feelings that this man is not the same person I got married to. Something has changed. All of a sudden, this man in question started acting odd, started acting anyhow. He doesn't give money for fitting, and mind you, the bride's family were staying with the groom right from time, and also the groom's family were staying with them. The groom's family, some boys from the groom's family were staying with them, and the bride's younger sibling, which is younger sister and brother, was staying with them also. The bride's brother was working loyally for the groom, like he served the groom for these years without an issue. So let me try this water. The main issue started when the groom rented a store, in fact opened a store for his bride to be selling some things like foodstuff and other petty business, but in a little big way. I won't say in a big way, but it was okay. That was when the groom's family started having issues with the bride, saying, how will their brother open up a store for you when we still sell at the roadside? Like, they don't get it. You're a gold digger, you're a this, you're a that, all of that. I will make this looks very interesting and funny, but this happened actually. It is very real. So the groom's family started beefing the bride, started fighting her. Any meeting, any gathering, they find each other, they will be fighting the bride, saying, you are here to eat our brother's money. How can you come into our brother's lives? And all of a sudden, he already opened the shop for you. All of a sudden, you're already enjoying life. This bride in question does not have access to the man's property. In fact, the man's younger brother is the man's next of kin. For these 3 to 4 years in marriage, the man never for once changed his next of kin to the wife. His brother, his younger brother, has always been the next of kin to the man in all his properties, in his office, his car, his land, everything has always been his younger brother, not the bride. So tell me, what do you guys think about this? Like, you're calling someone a gold digger, you're calling someone a thief, that he came to scatter your family, and this person has zero access to your brother's property. The only access he has to your brother's property is when your brother give her something, maybe small money or something. Before that time, this lady only enjoyed the marriage for the first 6 months. In fact, 2 weeks. In fact, the day of the wedding, this lady's family fought her. Because of what? Because someone was like, why will you go for your wedding shopping without me? They fought her on the wedding day. Not like physical fight. The lady was vibrating. The groom's younger sister too was vibrating and was like, you're a wicked person, you're a green snake in the green grass. How will you go for your wedding shopping without any family members? That you are here to destroy our brother and eat our brother's money. The very day that she got married, they just marched out from the wedding hall, taking pictures, family taking pictures to head to the reception ground, and this happened. They fought the lady and all of that, and it continued. 2 weeks after the marriage, the both couple had heated arguments also. one or two things, the groom refuses to come home and all of that. So for these 4 good years of marriage, this lady has never for once no peace in the marriage, from the groom fighting her to the groom's family fighting her also. One of the groom's younger sister told the bride to her face that if he ever for once bear a child, that there will not be a cry of a child in this house, or something similar. So ever since then, the bride had like 5 different miscarriages for these 4 years of marriage. I beg, you wanna tell me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section, because it's crazy, right? I'm making this look very interesting because I really do not want to get emotional while creating this content. That is why I'm trying as much as possible to make this looks and sounds very interesting. So that continued on and on. There was this time the groom's younger sister, I think that's the last daughter, gave birth, and this bride went there with the groom's mom to pay visit. Here in Nigeria, if you give birth, people comes to visit and say hi to the baby and bring gifts and all of that. So this bride went there. In fact, she never wanted to go there. She never for once wanted to go there, but so it's not be as if she has grudge and blah 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 blah. And even the groom's mom was like, you need to go there, she's your husband's sister, you need to go there and pay her a visit, so it not looks as if you have something in mind against them and all of that. So this lady dressed up and followed her mother-in-law, which is the groom's mom, to her husband's younger sister's place to pay visits on the baby arrival and all of that. Could you believe that this lady, immediately they got into this, is about a year or few months after the wedding, immediately she and her mother-in-law got into their house. The lady dropped a baby and welcomed everybody that came with her, but refuses to acknowledge the presence of his elder brother's wife. So this lady walked to her and was like, congratulations. She ignored this lady, which is the bride. She ignored the bride and was talking to every other person without acknowledging this person's greeting you, which is the bride greeting her. So the bride now moved to the baby, and you understand now, that was how she flared up and was like, she should not do this, she should not do that, blah blah blah. So the bride was like, what is it that, what have I ever done to you? That was how this lady was like, you're talking back at me, you go digger, you that they picked from the gutters. Mind you, this lady was already a graduate before she met the guy, and this lady in question is already have the handwork that she can even use to feed herself without begging anybody for assistance or for money. The only mistake I feel like happened was that their first daughter, which is the groom's first daughter, was the one that saw the lady first and introduced the lady to the man, like introduced the lady to her husband, which is our younger brother, saying that this guy is a good girl and I would like you to marry this person. And mind you, this person, which is the groom in question, imagine this age and time. Somebody meeting a virgin, marrying a virgin, this age and time, it is very rare, right? So this guy married this lady as a virgin. Okay, so it's continued on and on. So when they went to the groom's family's place, which is the groom's younger sister's place, the baby, and to pay them a visit, to greet the baby and all of that, this younger sister broke bottle and was like, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to stab you to death, and there is nothing anybody will do about it. So immediately she did that, the lady, which is the bride, now ran out of the house. So the groom's mom was like, something like that, all of those, and all of that. So before then, the lady already ran out. Also went to go and get something to protect herself, you understand? Like, what will you do if you were to be the one, someone broke bottle because of you? Won't you go and get something to protect yourself? Which I feel that there is nothing wrong in what the bride did. Like, this lady, I've always been on her nerves. She was the one that fought her on her wedding day. She was still putting on her wedding dress. In fact, they just finished joining them in church, and this lady already told her that this marriage will not last, that she will not be alive, and this marriage will last for her. This person in question It's still the same person that broke bottle for the bride. So if you were to be the one, won't you run out also? Won't you do the exact same thing this bride did by running out to get something to protect herself with? Lady ran out and picked something to also protect herself with, and that was when the groom's mom was not like, so you want to stab my child, you want to kill my child, you want to do like this, you want to do like that, this is not how you're supposed to do. Even if your husband's sister pick up something against you, you are not supposed to pick up. All of that shit was going on. This bride never for once told her family what she was passing through in the marriage. Honestly speaking, you guys are going through a lot in marriage. This lady, which is the bride, never for one day told her parents what she's going through in marriage. Before then, before the backwards to the very beginning, before when all this was happening, the bride's family, they've not started staying with the bride. This is about few months after her wedding. So the bride's family have not started staying with the bride. The bride's family started staying with the bride when this kept on happening on and on. It was the groom that invited the bride's younger brother to come stay with him since he's a graduate, so that he can find him a job. We'll still get to that. So after this, all this kept going on and on. So the bride's family knew nothing about it when all this were happening. So after going on and on and on, this story is very interesting. I forgot to even wash my face. Let me just tell you guys all the gist. So this kept on happening on and on. They were always quarreling her. The first time the lady got pregnant, elder sister came to her and was like, I can see some changes in you. I can see some changes in your body, and you're beautiful. Your skin tone is coming out well. The bride ignorantly told her that, okay, yes, that I am pregnant. I am few weeks gone. That was how the groom's elder sister told her to lift her clothes, let her see her tummy. And the groom's sister, which is their first daughter, was now rubbing her hand on the belly and was like, oh, my bride. And mind you, this person doing all of this is the same person that introduced the bride to the groom, which is his younger brother, the groom. So this person was now rubbing her hands on the bride's tummy and was praising the bride. The bride ignorantly was smiling, was so happy. That few days later, guess what happened? The bride lost the baby. She cried. She cried. She felt bad. She felt sad. First time getting pregnant, and this, she cried and cried and cried. That was the first pregnancy. The second pregnancy was when she went to her sister's place, and the bride picked a fight. The one I told you guys earlier, picked a fight. She was already pregnant. One child during that period, that day. Few days later, also she lost the baby. That was when the husband now got mad and was like, in fact, before that time, the husband was not telling their mom that, okay, they called, when during this fight and all of that, they called the husband and was like, and your sister is fighting your wife. Oh. This was when the husband now said, she is pregnant, you guys should better pray that nothing happens to the child. Okay, when all this kept on happening, the groom was supporting the bride. So that was when the groom now speak, like, you guys should better pray nothing happens to the child in her belly, because I will not take this. This is the second child, and you guys are doing this thing again. Blah 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 blah. So he now fought his younger sister because of that. So the bride came back home. Few days later, I think 2 days later, the bride lost the baby, which was the second pregnancy. She went through pain. She cried. She did all of that. This is direct from the source. Like, this person, the person this thing happens to, is the one that told me the story. I am not saying them say. I am telling you what really happened in this our Nigeria. So this was how the bride was broken again. She cried and cried and cried. After all of this was when the bride, the groom now opened the store for the bride to be selling her petty business, so that she can be helping herself and all of that. So immediately this guy opened the store. This was when the whole family in general now went, as in they now go against the bride. Every one of them now hated the bride, saying, how will you come into my brother's life right now and he will open shop for you? You that they picked from the street, you that they introduced to my brother. How will you now come from nowhere and my brother will open a store for you and you'll be selling your business and you'll be doing this, you'll be doing that? You guys, Is it proper? Is it right? What this family did to this lady, is it proper? Is it good? Like, these bride's parents are very they are from a very religious background. They are a staunch, when I say staunch Christian, I mean staunch Christian. They do not, when all this kept on going on and on, the bride's family, they never speak up. They only call the child and say, the husband, which is the groom, and say, you control your family. This thing we are hearing is not proper. How did this thing happen? The groom will say, okay, that you will apologize, that on his family's behalf, that they should not be offended, blah blah blah, and they will erase everything. Okay, 2 years after the marriage was when the bride's family now started staying with the bride, which is the bride's younger sister, that started staying with the bride. So immediately after, the guy opened the shop for the bride. So during that period that the guy's younger sister came, the girl's younger sister, which is the bride's younger sister, came around also. Immediately this guy opened a store for the bride. That was when all of them now hated the bride, saying all sort of shit. The lady that fought the bride on the wedding day went to her brother's office, which is the groom's office, and told him straight in the eye that, except it's not the same parent that gave birth to them, that if it's truly is the same parent that gave birth to them, that it will never be well with him in this life. That how can she be selling markets in Rumokolo market and under the sun, under the rain, and he will have mind and open shop for his wife that he just married without settling her first? Lay cases on the groom, lay cases on the wife, lay cases on their family, and all of that. And she was facing the sun directly, and doing that barefooted, though she was not putting on slippers. That was when the brother spoke up that, this same you, I gave you so money the other year. This same you, I started a business for you the other year. Where are all these things that I've been doing for you? Blah 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 blah. So they now ended everything. The lady went home, and she never allowed her children to visit them again, to visit their uncle. She never allowed you. In fact, she doesn't connect anything. Before that time, she came visiting, and she was like, the bride locked the kitchen so that she will not. Okay, she came to the bride's house. The bride did not cook for her. You came to your brother's house. You have every right to do anything you want to do. You have every right. And most especially, the bride does not cook every day. They cook and put in the freezer. If you come around, they will bring out soup for you, and you did not even tell the bride that you were coming. You just came unaware. In fact, you don't even regard the bride. You don't do nothing. You don't do nothing to the bride. You just, if you want to visit your brother, you come visit your brother, and that's all. Anytime you want to visit, you just wake up one morning and be coming to their house without announcement. So how do you expect someone to cook for you and keep for you when you did not even tell the person you are coming? So she always complained about this bride. So that was how this kept going on and on and on and on and on, and the marriage started shaking. Before then, the bride also, before the marriage, before all of this were happening, this bride also lost other babies. 2020, during COVID-19, ending 2020, ending during COVID-19, that was when the bride now started noticing some changes. The bride, for like months before December that year, the groom stopped touching the bride and the bride. They don't even get in. They don't get, like, they don't do anything. So that kept happening on all of that. During that COVID-19, bride sells foodstuff. So she also sells frozen food and drinks and all of that. The groom hasn't buy any deep freezer for the bride to be selling all of that. So she was putting all the things she sells in the store in their house freezer, because they have a very big deep freezer in the house. So she was putting all of that. So the groom told the bride that, okay, I want you to, since your drinks is inside and for now there's no store opening, and because people used to come to the house to buy some things, I want you to lock the fridge up so that you won't get to say my drinks is missing. There will not be a fight or anything. Just lock up the freezer, since it's your stuff that is inside. Anytime you want to cook, you bring out soup for anybody, since nobody have business with what is inside the freezer. It's the same groom that told the bride all of this. So the bride was like, okay, since my husband said I should lock it, he gave me the permission to lock it, no problem. The wife locked the deep freezer. That was where the real fight now broke out from. their first daughter, the same person that introduced this person to the groom, was not like, there was a day she was eating and she now started shouting. The bride said she and her husband were inside the room. That was during COVID-19. That was when they were started hearing noises. So the bride was like, ah, who looks for auntie's trouble again? So she now ran out, only for her to be hearing her name, that it will never be well with you. You came into this family to scatter this family. How will I be in my brother's house? She was busy raising, shouting on top of her voices, hitting the walls, hitting the tables. How will she be in a younger brother's house? Eating. And this idiot that she picked from the gutters will now lock up the freezer without giving her water. Oh, it will never be well with you. Any plans you have for us in this family? She was rendering curses on the bride. That was when the bride's younger sister, now she couldn't hold it anymore. So she now told her sister that this is enough. They've bullied you, they've done all sorts of things, they've fought you, they've beaten you up, they've do this, they've do that. This is the right time you speak up. You are not a fool. I do not have a fool as the elder sister. So that was when the bride now spoke up that, Auntie, what is it? What do you want to kill me? Do you want to kill me? That was when the whole compound everywhere was hot. The whole building was shaking. So they after all those scenarios, the lady now called the village, which is her mom. Anything that happened, they will keep pushing this bride to the wall. Immediately the bride speak up, they will call the village and start telling people, which is their parents, their mom, and their kinsmen, that this girl is a wicked person, she's a witch, she's a this, she's a that. That she locked up the freezer, she did this, she doesn't give them food, she served them food without meat, she starves them. She starves you. Your brother does not even keep money for food. Your brother stops keeping money for food. So how is this person starving you? Is this same person that is bringing out from the business that her husband opened for her to cook for you people? Everybody was staying with her. They went and packed everybody. Like three people were staying with them, plus her, that's 4. Plus the bride's family 2, that's 6 that were staying with them. So this kept on happening on and on and on and on. So there was this perfect day that the bride now, the groom now told the bride that I want to invite your parents over to the village. The bride was like, what happened? What is it? Tell me, what is it? What happened? So that I will prepare myself. The groom was like, nothing really much, that they want to drop his younger brother in the village that is disturbing, which is this younger cousin in the village that is disturbing them. So this bride went ahead to tell her younger sister that, look at what my husband said, so we'll be traveling very soon. Before then, the groom already sent the bride's parents money to come over to the village, that they want to do meeting, they want to resolve the whole fight that has been happening. So this bride came to tell his younger sister that, okay, look at the update, so that it might be that you also leave my house, because anything that makes him to return his younger cousin, you will also not stay with me again. So the sister was like, they are not going to return any younger cousin, they are going to resolve the marriage. How did the younger sister know? I don't know if she has a spiritual eye or something. So she said, her younger sister told her that you guys are not going to resolve any marriage. You guys are not going to resolve any issues. They want to resolve the marriage. They want to go and dump you in the village. So the lady was like, no, my husband gave me assurance and she told me that blah 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 blah. She was making mouth and all of that. So before then, the younger sibling, which is younger sister's, the bride's sister, was very smart. She started picking some things in the store, in her sister's store, after they traveled. Started picking some things in her sister's store and start selling. She rented an apartment. With the small money she had, she told her pastor, and her pastor completed a house rent for her. So she moved in some of her things, leaving small bag that she can easily carry when they come back. So she started selling some things in the store, and she also went to the landlady to tell her that, okay, look at what my sister is going through, which is the store owner. Look at what my sister is going through. Please, ma'am, I would like you to refund my sister, as she's owing some people and she needs to clear up her bills. The landlady was like, you did not come to rent a store in my hand. It was your in-law and your sister that came to rent a store. I would like to hear from your in-law. That was how the younger sister now knelt down and started begging and crying that she should please, that she should not call the in-laws, that she should call the sister, that her sister will confirm everything that she just said. So the sister was like, no, that will have the landlady was like, no, I'll have to call your in-law so that you will be aware of all these things. So that was how the landlady's husband, which is the landlord, now told his wife that, no, listen to what this small girl is saying. Why not call the sister? So if you do not have enough confirmation, then you are free to call the husband. That was when the landlady now called the sister. Before then, the marriage, they already resolved the marriage and dumped the girl, the lady in the village, for her parents. So that was when they now started. The lady now was now crying and telling her they now refunded the younger sister some part of the money they paid. This was the second year they were renewing the rent. So that was how they now paid some part of the landlady now paid gave them their balance, sent it to the sister direct, the sister's account, and that was how they left the lady with nothing. Not even a compensation for staying with you for 4 good years of her life. You are the one that disvirgined. She was the one that disvirgined this woman, the bride, for disvirgin her, for the whole drama. Before that time, I missed some parts, guys. Before that time, the guy took the lady to a spiritualist in the name of looking for a child. Took her to a spiritualist, and the lady, while going there again for treatment, the lady had an accident. The accident that almost claimed her arm, in fact her life, because her lips was badly injured. Her lips cut off. I saw it. They showed me the accident stuff, but to be on the safer side, I don't want to upload it. So the lady was highly injured. She had a cut. They had to close the lips together to be able to stitch it up and cut some part of the body to fill the lips up. The lady also has an injury in her hand, which almost claimed her hand. They were literally seeing the bone. Do you know that this groom denied it and said he was not the one that took her to the place, that it was where she was looking for charm to use on him that she had an accident. This lady passed through hell for the 4 good years of her life. This lady who is the kind of person, she's very fair in complexion. She is very, very fair in complexion. But when she left this guy's place, current complexion is better than her own. She was very dark, looking tattered, looking like a mad person. For these 4 good years of her life, no improvement. Instead, she was decreased to the lowest floor. She was bitterly injured. She was emotionally traumatized. She was they manhandled and did all sorts of things to this lady. For the 4 good years of her life, she wasted 4 years. Not just to waste 4 years, she wasted the 4 years bitterly. She was always crying in the marriage. The last miscarriage she had before they went to resolve the wedding, the marriage, the last miscarriage she had, she said it herself that she saw her husband's elder sister, which is the person that introduced her to the husband. She was like, so you survived again. That it's just as if she was seeing her in the hospital, that so you survived again, don't worry, the next one you won't come out. Before that time, when the lady had this accident that almost claimed her arm, this lady came back. When she came back from the hospital, she couldn't do anything. She couldn't even touch. She was using straw to feed. That was when her husband elder sister, which is the same person that introduced her to the husband, attacked her, and in fact she even told her immediately. They stepped in. They were doing party, doing celebration. Your brother's wife, your younger brother's wife, is not around, like she had an accident. You never for once came to the hospital to say hello, and you were in the house. You guys had party. Neighbors called the bride that they are having party in their house. You guys invited people. What exactly were you guys celebrating? Like, I don't know, understand what were they celebrating? Maybe they thought the lady died, or maybe they thought they've won, or something. I don't know. What were they celebrating? They literally celebrated what they were celebrating. And when the bride came back, after like few days in the hospital, when the bride came back, because the husband was like, they should discharge her, that she was coming from home for treatment because of the bills, hospital bills, so it won't be much on him. And you have money and you cannot save your wife's life. So when the lady came back home, the first thing the sister's husband told the lady was that, are you back? Okay. Oh, she went inside. So after that time was when, after she now had the miscarriage, she said she saw the husband's sister standing right in front of her and telling her that, oh, so you survived again, don't worry, the next one you won't live to tell the story. So after all of this, after the parents now heard all of this, the parents were already tired because they were always calling on and off. They were always on the phone, threatening them, threatening to that they should come and take their sister, that their daughter, that they don't want her again, blah 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 blah. They were always threatening them, the parents. So after all of this kept on happening, immediately the man said he's no longer interested. The father of the girl said, no problem, thank you so much. For these 4 years, we never know peace. All we know is quarrels, fights, rumors of fights, rumors of arguments, your family attacking my daughter and all of that. So it's fine that you guys do not want to do anything with her again. They said that the man refunded him the bride price. So when they resolved everything and came back, the wife came back to the house to pick her stuff. The wife did not even know that the younger sister already rented the place and already set some things in the place. So the wife came back when the husband came back like on Monday. The wife came back like on Thursday. So when the wife came back, the wife wanted to enter the master bedroom. That was when the husband blocked her like this on the door, that she cannot sleep here, that she should go to the visitor's room and sleep. Thank God. The person you married legally, you did court wedding, you did everything, you dumped her without nothing, and she never complained. So then the bride was now like, I'm not here to sleep, I'm here to pack my stuff. So the bride sister already took her to her place. So that was when they now started. The bride now, from there, the bride left the location. What do you guys think about this story? What do you guys think about this story? This tragic story. This truly of a true, marriage is a university that nobody can ever graduate with without having a bad or good experience. Have you guys ever experienced this? Do you guys know of anybody that have experienced something like this, something similar? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, because this is very tragic. I try as much as possible to make it look very interesting and funny, but these 4 good years of this lady's life was spent bitterly, as in bitterly. Happily for her, the lady got married 2 years later or 3 years later, and she is happily married right now. The husband also impregnated someone and paid for the person's bride price. I feel like maybe he's happy, I don't know, but this lady is very happy. She's now enjoying the true definition of marriage. This lady almost ran mad when this man dumped her, even though this man was doing everything. Her family were maltreating her. This lady loved this guy genuinely. She was always begging the guy. She was always begging the guy. In fact, she was traumatized. She was crying that now that they've disfigured me, they want to dump me for who? What do you guys think about this video in the comment section? Would you guys like to see more of this? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want to share a story of what happened to you back, I promise I'll keep you anonymous. Let me also know in the comment section. I will drop my IG handle, so you can always DM me to drop your story, so I can come out and tell the world and hide your identity, and also for people to learn 1 or 2 things about your story. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Ignore my background, guys. Mwah.